With that, ladies and gentlemen, the conversation continues because we now move forward to talk about the AA in credit card application journey. Let's have on stage, we have with us Mr. Rajiv Ahuja, Executive Director of RBL Bank, as well as Mr. Rajiv Ranjan, co-founder of Equal. Could we have a huge round of applause as they join us on stage? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a privilege to be here at GFF among so many innovators shaping India's financial future. I have with me Rajiv Ahuja, sir. He has over 38 years of experience across Citigroup, Deutsche Bank, Bank of America, and now he's serving as a Executive Director of RBL Bank, where he has played a pivotal role in shaping RBL transformation. Sir, so coming to the main part. So A is a simple construct. It allows customer to share data in a consented manner. How do you think this new way of data sharing will have an impact on overall banking landscape?
So Rajiv, thanks. First of all, I think this is a big revolutionary change which is coming. I mean, we truly are, in our own manner, have built open banking in India. And it's all in a structured, consent-driven manner. So think about it that we are a much smaller bank than some of the larger ones. AA actually democratizes our ability to do business with clients who we have no prior relationship with. And because the clients see some benefit in working with a variety of providers, therefore they are able to share their data so that they get a better transaction, better deal, better commercials. So I think this is something very, very interesting, and we have, with your assistance, pretty much rolled this out to all our retail products. Obviously, the recent one is the credit card, which is quite exciting, and we'll talk more about that.
Sure. So I think that's great to know the adoption of a product in RBL ecosystem. But with your experience, sir, financial institute always had the problem that accessibility, like making the product accessible to entire customer base, doing it in a secure manner, because security is also a core part of it, and doing it in a cost-efficient manner. These are three pillars on which financial system used to run. With A being there, where the ways of data sharing has changed, has it impacted bank adoption, reaching out to customers, and how it has played in the overall larger ecosystem?
So one, obviously, this is a regulated service. It comes under the aegis of the regulator. So there are certain protocols which are set on how you share data, how long does the data last with you as the intermediary and with us if we, and first time consent, ongoing consent. So I think the customer should feel confident that its data is being used in a mature manner. I think we've had to obviously equip ourselves from our capacity and transaction processing so we are able to handle a potential high volume. So let me give you an example. We are the 5th or 6th largest credit card business amongst banks, and we've always had to rely on assessment of income. Today, as we partnered with you to get our credit card journey on the AA platform, we've just seen a dramatic increase in the origination, all in the last month or two. Now, this could not have happened in the conventional manner. And the costs for access are very defined. The speed is significant. And then it just becomes a pipeline which you can continue building around. And I'm actually quite excited that beyond the first origination transaction, what all can you use AA for, which I think is something quite creative. And we saw in the last presentation with Tata AMC that the uses of AA can be extremely beneficial for the customer and for the company.
Makes sense, sir. And I think we are also seeing a lot of interesting use case coming out of AA. And just to give some brief of number from the time AA has started, we have done around 30 crores of consented data fulfillment, which is a massive number, and 22 crore customers have linked the account. That means it's almost like 1/6, 1/7 of entire Indian population. So we are also seeing that this is benefiting both customers and enterprise at the same time. But with all the data sharing coming, this is a regulated space, but we all know data is very valuable to businesses and all. So in the long term, sir, with AI and with the new AI adoption and technologies coming, how you see the data sharing will evolve, or what are the challenges you see coming in future?
See, I think, Rajiv, we as India have actually been ahead in terms of how we've seen the way data is to be protected for the customer. Ultimately, I think that data belongs to the customer first. Okay, we as a provider of a service are a secondary holder of data, but the data really does belong to the customer. And this is a very significant departure from other countries, in my view. So as long as we are within the guardrails of the now DPDP, and therefore we are very clear, if the customer via AA becomes our customer, what all can we use that data for? So we are also building our own consent architecture for use of DPDP. So I think most of us would be very prepared to meet the deadlines under DPDP. And ultimately, you need to provide a level of confidence to the general public that by consenting to share the data with financial services companies like us, they're not disadvantaged in any manner. They're not at risk down the road because of any weak architectures. And I think all of us have bulked up over the last few years on that. So I think this reduces a lot of friction. This changes the economics of doing business for us and for our customers, our potential customers. And on an ongoing basis gives us a lot of insight into their financial acumen, their strength, etc. So if done in the right spirit, with the right guardrails, I think this is a fantastic opportunity for everybody to expand the ecosystem.
Thanks, Rajiv ji, I think, for sharing your insights on how AI at its core and data sharing as a construct has solved for current problem, and it's also going to solve for the future problems. So I think that's all from my side. So any final words on data sharing? Anything we should be careful as an industry or as an ecosystem?
No, I think, look, we are all at the same time FIPs and FIUs. So we have to be even-handed, and I think that is the first principle. Second, I do believe, and I will reiterate that as financial services companies, we hold a much higher standard to what we do with customer data and how we manage it internally. I think those two principles for us are extremely critical. And I think you all are doing a fantastic job of propagating the use of AI, as are other institutions. So, I mean, what you're seeing today, 30 crore inquiries and 20 crore linkages, is only going to increase. So I think as long as we maintain the discipline around it, and I should say that there's a lot of other data other than just bank account statements. You've had PFM. I would love to see alternate data in terms of transaction profiles, which are also available on consent, because that will help us build a 360-degree persona of the customer. So it's exciting times, but it also means that we have to have the strength, the stamina, and the rules internally to handle all of this without compromising on the customer's data.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for being there and giving insights on the current ecosystem and evolving ecosystem. So
thank you. Thanks, Rajiv. Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
here.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Once again, requesting both of you to please come together for a group photo. Yeah, just for a photograph, please. And thank you once again for driving those conversations about AI in credit card application journey. And also thank you for being part of the Global FinTech Fest 2025 today.